So I rode Max Force. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just rewind that back like I'm Rascal Flatts. Start from the top. But before, I'm Rob from Rob's Rides, keeping it 100 with all things amusement. And if you're watching this, Kings Island Giga 2020 will slap harder than Fury. Just wait. Probably not, but let me wish it to existence. It's been a while since I did one of those. But yeah, before I continue, hit that like button, hit that sub, even if it's only the 6-inch with the chips and a small drink. It's a better place to explore thrill-seeking than Six Flags Great America. I mean, besides Cedar Point or Six Flags Magic Mountain, Nagashima Spawnland. That's not the point. Yeah, you probably noticed that this is a new location. You guys like it? It's my new apartment. No, it's a hotel. I had to do this whole thing.
This whole crazy thing.
So I recently visited Six Flags Great America. It's also referred as FUGM. I actually love Six Flags Great America. I felt like it's very underrated. I sound like One Train Ops. Six Flags Great America has a solid lineup, like disciplined third graders at a public school. That school to prison pipeline on point. Oh Lord. The lineup will provide whatever a thrill seeker would want. They have the loopy rides, they have the airtime rides, they have the fast rides, the intense rides. For the longest, I thought this park was very comparable to Kings Island. So much that I put multiple comments on Coaster Studios to make a park battle, but he never did. Thanks, Taylor.
The lineups are pretty similar when you think about it. As most parks, they have a lot of filler coasters, but these filler coasters are pretty damn fun. They're both large parks, but not big enough for you to feel like you need an oxygen tank just to walk the park. They're both in the Midwest, plagued with unnecessary parking lot violence. Like, think about it. Raging Bull versus Diamondback, X-Flight versus Banshee, Invertigo versus V2. It used to be Invertigo versus Deja Vu, but you know what? That's been gone. Wizard versus Adventure Express, or should it be Backlot Stunt Coaster because of the spiral? Yeah. Let's not do that. Racer versus American Eagle, Drop Tower versus Giant Drop, The Beast versus Viper, Superman versus Firehawk, and I guess Six Flags Great America won. Sky Tower versus Eiffel Tower, Max Force versus Flight of Fear, yikes. I guess Goliath versus Mystic Timbers, But Kings Island is a little bit bigger, so yeah, Six Flags gonna have to, it'll be a struggle fight, but I still think it would be cool.
Theming is another thing though. When I entered this park, I was like, this park is so beautiful. It's so picturesque, especially when you're looking at Max Force, just like Raging Bull, just standing out in the crowd. But notably, I went right first when I entered the park.
The Hometown Square section was awesome. The Southwest Territory was remarkably competently themed, and I loved it. Even though Gurnee, Illinois was never and will never be in the Southwest. In fact, it makes more sense for this section to be called the Northwest Territory. You can tell this was a scheming Six Flags appropriated park. As I continued, the theming of the sections just got worse and worse. The County Fair section was very Six Flags, but it worked for the theming. It's just like a basic, wow. It's just like a basic carnival or like city fair type of theme. But how you make a whole Metropolis section just for Battle for Metropolis ride, which should have been next to Superman, which makes more sense. But instead you have Batman Dark Knight there, which should be with Joker and Batman in Gotham City, which those are two nearby roller coasters, but the theming isn't themed to Gotham City. You know what? It makes a lot less sense when you're explaining it out loud. Instead, they have Yankee Harbor with V2. They should have had a V8. They should have hit Six Flags designers on their head until it made sense. You should have had a vision. But Batman is here. I mean, I can't be too mad because it's the OG Batman, but still, I could be mad at Joker though. And it's not completely that these rides are just like not in the correct theme section, but like I feel like they stripped the entire theme out of the section. Like, where is the Yankee and where is the harbor? I guess there's a harbor because they have that spaghetti bowl of log flumes right there, but yeah, something like that. And I didn't get to ride any of the log flume rides, but they did look pretty neat. Which brings me to the Yukon section with a no striker. But there are go-karts and a kid coaster that looks like it collapsed, but it didn't. It's just a heap of wood. There was also Sprocket Rockets. I did not get the kid coaster credit because I didn't feel like being awkward, and I was with GP. And they were like, the fuck? Okay, then there's a Mardi Gras section. No, just no. What is this shit? It's just a Larson loop, and I refuse to acknowledge that this is a section. There's also a rafting ride here. I didn't ride that either, so hopefully there's some sort of theming to it that makes me feel like I'm in New Orleans. But either way, that has nothing to do with Gurnee, Illinois. But you know what? I know it's past that Six Flags. That's the historic Six Flags. We're in a new thing. We can have whatever types of themes that we want. But Mardi Gras Hangover, what kind of ride? Then there's Orleans Place, which at least it's like bringing back the old school Six Flags theming. It wasn't too bad until you notice what's in the section. What is in this section? Superman, Ultimate Flight, and Dark Knight. At least there's a rare Husk Condor ride, so that's pretty cool.
The theming started off so well. People just go right when you enter the park and you won't be that disappointed. I didn't eat here because I don't have a dining plan and I was being cheap, so I will definitely be getting a dining plan next year. I also didn't watch any shows because Six Flags, but I did see a Tasmanian devil, and he was ugly. Overall, it's just a perfect place to explore many types of thrills. So back to Max Force. How does Max Force feel? We'll discuss this on part 2. Thanks for watching. Please hit that like button. Please comment down below. How do you feel about Six Flags Great America? Have you ever been? Or do you use that like one of your bucket list parks? What's your favorite coaster there? I'm Rob from Rob's Rides, keeping it 100 with all things amusement. And if you thought I was quick caliber, hit subscribe and I'll come back with a new video soon.